off the sidekick, the rebound and the net post. He's going to force it, Shadow. These are bad scenarios. Bottom lane though.
You know, we spoke about it earlier that if you get hooked at silencer, there's actually nothing you can do, and we get a demonstration of that in the bottom lane as Toby gets dragged back in by 23 Savage. Katsuhomi does get some degree of revenge though, but unfortunately 23 is just happy to get any kind of kills because we're already starting with the flesh heap stacks, fair and balanced. It's going to become an extremely difficult hero to deal with as this game continues to scale later and later. And the issue is that can keep happening to Toby. That's not a once-off situation. Every single time that they have access to Rot Hook plus the telekinesis, Toby is in effect in danger of dying in this bottom lane. And speaking of danger, the top side of the map, Pure, yet again, we mentioned it again, Tombstone is up, they jump him, and they are going to be able to kill him. Heavenly Grace or no, he's going to be able to take out the Tombstone. He's still alive for now, actually. KP though, running him down. One more right click should do the trick. And they do indeed get the kill. Erstwhile down bottom, they went in for Toby, but they weren't able to finish off the kill. So they get bounced back. Nice hook back onto Katsuhomi with the telekinesis. So it's going to be the Tiny instead that they choose to bring down. Oh, maybe not. Nice toss back. It doesn't save his life, but it does look cute, which sometimes is all that matters. But now Toby's in danger too. Both of them have just been brought down in this bottom lane, Fluke. And it's all going south for the side of Entity here in this early game. An invis rune, but this has been scouted with this observer ward that they have plopped down near the top side of the map in front of the Roshan pit. So they should be aware of this on the side of Talon. I doubt they'll be able to leverage this for a kill just yet.
The team that I'm going to be favoring in a lot of these games, and they're doing it perfectly right now. Get the arcane right now, Storm on.
Try to leverage it to get a kill onto Makoto as Katsuhomi get the avalanche. They do drop down the Tombstone though. 23 Savage making his first big rotation off the map, and will he be able to find revenge for the dead Makoto is the question. Katsuhomi, he's going to be the one left behind as they quickly bring him down. There's still a hook coming back in, so Stormstorm is actually not safe. Barely misses him, but here comes KP as well. Unleashed is at the ready, goes in with the rebound, gets the damage out, and Stormstormer
on Unleash walked in on directly on top of Stormstormer and blew him to pieces. 23 Savage though might be in a bit of a rough spot.
Maybe stayed behind a little bit too long here. Didn't really have any support nearby, and they do end up taking him down. Heroes all the way on the other side of the map, hides in the jungle. They can't help him, but KP and Hyde are still here, and Fishman
the Centaur
regrettably finds himself getting stunned up. The Centaur Conqueror looks like the...
What is going on with Toby right now? He's level 6, he's getting hunted by 23 Savage and Hugh. He really hasn't been able to get all too much done. He's the lowest of the cores in the network. He's going to be going for an early 4-star here, so that might enable them in these bigger fights.
Quickly kill Fishman. Use the wave, he is going to die. Don't do it. Don't do it, Toby. Be patient. Don't do it, Toby.
Oh, he knows.
He queued it. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Tombstone gets dropped down. He's supposed to global this, but he should end up dead here. Stormstormer comes in, though, as a form of support. They get in the flame break with the drag back on the lasso. Turns out it was a bait all the time, Fluke. He knew exactly what he was doing. Gets the +2 at the very end here and forces the deny on the tier 1 tower. And they're not done just yet. The Arcane Curse will slow down Q, and that should enable them to bring in a kill from Stormstormer. It's going to be a double kill for the bat. Nicely done. How's he farming so quickly?
Fudge things, unfortunately for 23 Savage, he blinked in the wrong way. The hook goes wide as well. Could be bad.
Now they know that he has no hook. Coming in on Stormstormer, lassoed back. There's going to be the global. They want to cover this. Do they have the damage to kill him in time, though, is the question. Pure winds up the Requiem. He's still alive on 23 Savage. Will eventually die. But KP now might
see if they can get a little bit more of this gold on the map. KP is in the back lines here, looking to see if he can catch out Stormstormer. Another one of these wards goes in. He still has a BKB, though.
Killing spree!
Tournament. A lot of people put a lot of praise onto this Entity roster. Oh, 23 Savage.
23 Savage.
Ownage! Dominating! Double kill!
doing a really good job right now, playing around their massive team quite oldies and not getting punished for when they're off cooldown as well. I think that's the biggest thing here for Entity. Try and fight without global though.
Trying to steal this Roshan.
So much damage.
Yeah, right. Almost dead right now. They need to do something very quickly. They get the jump onto Fishman. That is the best possible target, and he doesn't have buyback. So you can't immediately come back into the fray. Will he try and go for the steal here? Indeed he does, but he doesn't get it. BKB active though as Kataomi gets himself hooked out of the Roshan pit. He's already been brought down on the right clicks on Makoto. Slowstormer as his BKB ends. They're running onto him, but pure Requiem's onto the high ground. Fears 3 heroes and ends up blowing up KP.
Just means you get the insta-kill, and we've seen how important it is just getting 1 kill in these fights. Okay.
So they're trying to jump onto KP, but they're going to go back onto Stormstormer. Global Silence does get popped for the fight, but look at the damage coming in from Makoto. Pure, unable to stand his ground, has to back off as his Daedalus is a little bit too strong. As their BKBs have now expired for Entity and they have no more global. They need to be very careful. Stolen Purification as they bring down Q in the river. So now
try and go in and preempt a a global silence by having the Lotus Orb at the ready, or do you try and preempt it with like the BKB and all this kind of stuff? And man, these team fights, they're going to be won or lost by very minor details, I think, here's now.
Big detail here is going to be the massive lasso drag out onto the Undying.
This time around, so maybe you'd probably want to try and aim for that here onto Makoto. The Flame Cloak, unobstructed movement, and increases her spell damage, so the Flying Lena could potentially be what they need here. There's a lot of BKBs though on Entity, so maybe not. Oh, the Vision game is so strong.
Kataomi! 2 heroes caught inside the Avalanche. He will end up dying to the right-click damage, but unfortunately, for the side of Entity, they've already lost one. Toby?
He kind of just stood there and just auto-attacked, so he now has his BKB still at the ready. It's a 6-second duration as well. 23 Savage is turning into a bit of a menace. They're just going to drop the Tombstone and say, come fight us here, Entity. Oh no, they got hide.
Another lasso drag onto this Undying. He buys back into this one. Kataomi won't be able to find the jump just yet. Toby did drop the Global Silence. The Tiny looking for a way in as the BKB was popped on the Pudge. But at the same time, BKB was also utilized on the Batrider. So 1 for 1. Makoto still has access to his, pops it now, and there's Kataomi getting demolished by this turret Lina.
Oh, they're on the Shadow Fiend.
23 Savage can now jump onto Pure, finding the Dismember, but Shadow Fiend activates the Satanic. He starts right-clicking back to health. He's gonna be all right. They have killed Toby though, and now Fishman getting himself dragged back into the fray, dying to the right clicks of Makoto, who's already found himself a triple kill. And although Pure feels very strong, there's
in and back and forth, and Talon coming out on top. It was 15,000 damage in a single team fight by Makoto, by the way. Now
that
go back to live.
Go back live. We see them taking a lane of racks through this mid lane. We've all had games where you deal less than 15k damage in total, let alone in a solitary team fight. Makoto has protection on the high ground. The Lincoln Sphere prevents the lasso. And now they brought down the Batrider. Stormstormer does have buyback. Pure. Will he find the Requiem? Indeed he does. Feels back KP but can't kill him. 23 Savage trying to track down Pure. Has access to the Dismember in a couple of seconds. Will they be able to eat him? Kataomi has tossed back high, but that's not one of the primary targets. Silence has been out. Fishman is dead. And Q jumps forward, drags back Pure. Pure gets eaten alive with his own Requiem as it gets stolen away by this Rubik. He dies. He's gone. And that's going to be another lane of racks taken as well by TALON Esports. This game is feeling like it's about to end here, Fluke. Entity were balanced on the knife edge for so long.
Look out for fall! Knock you back to the stone!
There is little hope for Dyers.
Got a lot of damage at level 7 here on the Lina. I like the vision that comes in from Talon as well. See that Kataomi kind of understands that they've been here for a long time, and I try to get the kill here on a Fishman top though.
Not a try, my friend. It's a successful kill, as they'll be able to pick him up. The Tombstone being dropped down, though, might enable Pure to find some revenge, but doesn't have enough damage just yet. They take out the Tombstone. Hyde will drop the Magic Missile. Can he get away from the Draw Rangers? In the trees right now. Cannot afford to get hit by another instance of the Frost Arrows. And using the Vision, will be able to dodge it. Yeah, Makoto's come in as well. Makoto making this a turnaround onto Pure and compounding the misery of the Drow as he gets a kill with this Lina. Great rotation. Wait for the BKB bots. Yeah, they come in for the Solar Guardian. Toby being looked at. No black hole available for a counterplay as he's only level 5. One more hit on the Rolling Thunder should be good enough to put him to rest, but they miss it. Swashbuckle is instead the option. Does cost literally all of the mana that 23 Savage has, but it's all okay. Mid lane though, they might find Pure as well. Will the LSA connect? It will not. So you will be able to escape away from this. And the question is, will the same be true for Hyde? And the answer is no. One more right click on Stormstormer should be able to kill him. They give the kill towards Pure as the Magic Stick bought additional time. And Earthwall in the top lane, as they recognize that there's no heroes up on this side of the map except for Fishman. Talon, punish him quickly and get that kill. The thing I wanted to talk to you about though, Blue, look at this network of Stormstormer. He got demolished by Makoto, and Makoto is keeping the hurt on him. Not only is he beating him in the network department, he's now beating him into submission, throws him in thunder. Most of his squad does have access to TP, so I wonder if they'll come down and try to mount a defense, and that's indeed what they're going to do.
Double kill! Rocks! Killing spree! Mega kill!
Side of Talon Esports are much lower, so they can do the exact same team fight again down bottom. Not a safe place to be for the side of Entity.
Solar Guardian
will come out, and here we go. They're gonna start off that same team fight yet again. Solar Guardian does come in, goes onto the Shadow Feed. They want the Stormstormer kill, and they are gonna find it. Rolling Thunder still able to connect onto the Undying on the back end of the fight. Fishman will buy time with the Flesh Golem. Comes in, 23 Savage needs the Shield Crash to stay alive. The swap from Hyde will ensure that he lives, and the Swashbuckle ends up getting the kill onto Fishman. Further north, here's KP chasing down Makoto, and Makoto comes in to finish off Toby. And Katomi, well, he's a real team player, man. Doesn't want to see his homies dying without him, so he says, I'll join y'all in the fountain. Let's go to the sauna together as they bring...
Where did you come from?
Part 2 of this fight is probably going to start soon, as the posturing around the Roshan pit has not ended. They actually get Kataomi with a little bit of damage. He gets caught with the Impale. Man, what range are these spells? Long range Impale, long range Magic Missile. Kataomi's dead now without buyback. Roshan having to regen up, but Makoto really wants to go back into this. Toby has dropped down the Midnight Pots and the Malefice. Here comes Salvation. Thanks to the Solar Guardian, they swap Toby back into the middle of several heroes. Pure not going to be able to help out from afar, even though Stormstormer did.
The Solar Guardian in combination with the Assassin. How strong the bench has been as well. Hyde's been playing an immaculate game so far. The swaps in towards the Magic Missiles. Well, Hyde, he's found Toby.
They found Toby, and they've... Wow!
Get where you came from.
Okay, well,
This is where you end.
23 Savage just quickly gets the assassination onto this Enigma. And Toby has just not been allowed to play Dota. They get back in. Kataomi tries to go for the Avalanche, but he gets caught in immediately with the Spike Carapace. Hyde gets some additional stars out as well, but the real damage dealer is Makoto, who shows up with their newfangled Chrysalis.
Flying out to him right now. And the fact that KP has just gone for this Heaven's Halberd in towards the BKB just goes to show that they understand that Makoto's damage dealer. They just need to make sure that he's enabled in these team fights and making sure that they're getting the kills. Oh, blink in from Cube.
My god, what a player.
They stopped the Requiem.
2-hero Impale.
Oh my god.
The Requiem, get a 2-hero LSA to stop both Requiem and Black Hole. And now Makoto in full turret mode, demolishing these heroes. Fishman barely escapes before he gets stunned up out of the TP. Do they try and smoke up and force a fight with this Enigma? But they don't have a Lotus Orb or a Lincoln Sphere or anything to block the swap, so it's so hard if you don't have vision of the vengeful spirit about what to do. And now Mix Assassin sets up yet again. Q comes in with the Blink Star. No black hole, cancelled almost immediately. Makoto just throwing in the right clicks from the low ground, earning himself a double kill. Swap back onto Stormstormer. He's in the midst of all these heroes. Pure's now on the high ground, able to get out some right click damage onto 23 Savage. So there's some positivity in this fight. As Hyde also going to get caught out and right click down. They forced the retreat.
Been out for a while on 23 Savage, so it's not like the BKB Lincolns is going to be the end all and be all for them. We'll have to try and pray to Gaben that he does get bashed this time around. Entry's going to go in.
Double kill!
C to go in towards the Aghanim Scepter. I think you have Ags. Oh, okay, they found Stormstormer.
But again, they put him out. Swashbuckle will be there with the bash. 23 Savage going in right now, trying to get this kill. Kataomi got bashed up onto the high ground. Will be forced off down to the low ground, but doesn't really matter. They still find the right place. Makoto now trying to eliminate the Undying, and they go forward with the Solar Guardian. They've already caught out Toby. Stormstormer
getting in the face of Entity, and it's so hard for them because Toby is playing this Enigma, and he kind of just gets caught out. Oh no, they found the Drought.
Oh god, Pure found himself bashed up by the Swashbuckle again, and Makoto just clicks on him with the BKB, finishes him off high, finds himself back onto Stormstormer. He gets himself bashed by 23 Savage. Both the cores are dead of Entity, and their double letters will emerge. GG, well played as core. Talent Esports have done it, taken the 2-0, made this a very interesting day of Dota.